Welcome parents to our annual family engagement meeting. This time we are coming to you through the virtual platform. In the absence of Mr. Horton, the school principal, and Ms. Thompson, the assistant principal for instruction, I am Dr. Barbara Bazer, one of the proud school leaders and the assistant principal for operations here at Westside High School. In this presentation, you will hear from a number of school experts who will share with you pertinent information regarding standards, curriculum, and assessment. Our instructional specialists, Ms. Sirs Morrison, and literacy coach, Ms. Poindexter, will provide you with more details on the programs and initiatives we are using at Westside in educating your children for the 21st century global society. This meeting is facilitated by Ms. Jackson and Mr. Davis, who are our family engagement coordinators. Thank you for taking part in the educational success of your children. As a Seminole, we are prepared, we hold ourselves accountable, and we show respect for all. Once again, welcome and we appreciate your participation.
Greetings, Westside High School. My name is Tamara Searles Morrison, and I am the academic coach here at Westside. I am before you today to discuss our curriculum and our assessment protocols and procedures. I'm going to start with our instructional vision. At WHS, each student in each classroom will experience meaningful, rigorous, standards-based instruction in a highly engaging learning environment that is tailored to meet their individual needs. When it comes to teaching and learning at Westside, we are all in. Let's first start with the curriculum. Our curriculum is based off the Georgia Standards of Excellence. The Georgia Standards of Excellence, they are written for computer science, physical education, English language arts, science, fine arts, social studies, mathematics, and world language. Those standards could be accessed at the georgiastandards.org website. The link will be provided for you on our homepage so that you can access those standards whenever you desire. The curriculum is delivered by our teachers via the ClassLink, Canvas, and Teams platforms. Students can access the Canvas and Teams platform using their ClassLink credentials. The credentials are username, first name, last name, and the 2-digit graduation year. Password is the first initial, last initial, lunchroom number, and the exclamation point. The instruction is delivered using the 10-5-5 model. This year, we're operating on our 90-minute block system. So the teachers will deliver the first learning target or scaffolded or a learning intention, and the teachers will deliver that using an activator, mini lesson with guided practice, then with independent practice with teachers' checks for understanding, and then the work session. The second learning intention or learning target is delivered in the exact same manner. Mini lesson work session that includes an independent practice with teacher and a second closing work session. Then we will wrap everything up with the closing of the 2 learning targets or learning intention to check for students' misconceptions and to clear up any misunderstandings they may have gathered during the learning day. Here at Westside, we deliver our instruction using the HighFlex instructional model. The HighFlex instructional model calls for teachers to record their lesson. Each lesson here is recorded from beginning to end and uploaded into Teams. Students can access the learning in Teams anytime, day or night. Assessments. Assessments are given in accordance to the district pacing guide. They include formal and informal formative assessments, end of unit assessments, STAR, and the end of course assessment that some students will take in April or May, and for selected courses. Those courses include Algebra 1, Biology, U.S. History, and American Lit. Students are also given the opportunity to remediate and reassess in accordance to the district remediation plan. Again, at Westside High School, we believe that each student in each classroom will experience meaningful, rigorous, standards-based instruction in a highly engaging learning environment that is tailored to meet their individual needs. If you have any questions or need any assistance when it comes to curriculum and learning and assessment at Westside High School, please do not hesitate to give me a call, 779-3823. And again, my name is Tamara Sears Morrison. Thank you.
Hey Seminoles, Ms. Jackson here, one of your two family engagement representatives. And first, I want to start off by thanking Ms. Sarah Morrison, our great instructional coach, on her overview of our curriculum and instruction tools that we use here at Westside High School. Now, you're going to hear from another academic coach in literacy, Ms. Ebony Poindexter, and she's going to explain how our students will improve their Lexile levels by leveling up. Ms. Poindexter?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hopefully everybody is logged in to YouTube this morning, and hopefully you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, please feel free to use the chat feature that is found in this live stream. But hopefully everything is okay. For those who don't know me, I am Ms. Poindexter. I am the literacy coach here at Westside High School, and I'm also the cheerleading coach here at Westside High School. But I am here today to kickstart Level Up Thursdays here in advisement. Okay, Ms. Poindexter, what is Level Up? What are we leveling up? What are you talking about? We've never had Level Up Thursdays before in advisement. So I'm here today to tell you exactly what Level Up is and why we are going to level up. As a school, we have two goals. We have two goals here at Westside, two literacy goals, I should say. The very first literacy goal is that we want all of our students to be reading on grade level. For the last few weeks, I have been emailing students on Canvas, and I have been emailing you your Lexile levels and your Lexile range. And those numbers came from the STAR 360 assessment that you took a couple months ago. So we have to bring those numbers up because truthfully, we are all not where we need to be, right? So we are going to use Level Up Thursdays to help us reach the goal of all of our students reading on grade level. Okay, so that's goal number one, reading on grade level. Goal number two, I told you a few weeks ago on a Mayan video in advisement that we want the school, everyone in the school, to have 2 AR quizzes taken in pass with an 80% or higher by December 15th. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Thursdays, Level Up Thursdays, to level up our Lexile level. Because by the end of the school year, we want everyone to be reading on grade level. And by December the 15th, we want everyone in the school to have read and passed with an 80% or higher 2 AR books and quizzes. Okay, so just a brief overview of what Level Up Thursdays will look like in advisement. So of course you'll come into advisement. Most likely I'll have some type of introduction video like this where I'll kind of motivate us to get reading started, and you are going to either go into Mayan. Like I said earlier, I did give a presentation a few weeks ago in advisement on how to interact with the Mayan app. That video is still located on our Westside High School YouTube channel. So if you need a refresher, please go to the Westside High School YouTube channel to see how to interact with Mayan. Remember, Mayan has over 6,000 books across all genres, all Lexile levels. So make sure you find a book that you're interested in that's just right for you, that you want to take a Lexile, not a Lexile, I'm sorry, a AR quiz on. If you have a book of your own, like I do here, of course, you can take an AR quiz on a book of your own if you have access to books. I know right now, A lot of us are not in school. We had the option of doing virtual or face-to-face. Some of our public libraries are not open, and some of us just don't have access to a lot of books at home. So we didn't want to have any barriers in your way that if you did not have a physical book, that you were not able to participate in taking AR quizzes. So we made sure to have Mayan available to you. Just quickly, this is a book that I'm reading. It's called the Wisnart series, and this book was actually created by the late great Kobe Bryant. Before he passed, he was in the process of creating a children's series, and this series in particular is about a young boy named Reggie. He was on a basketball team, and he's having to overcome some of his insecurities. I actually purchased this book 2 days before Kobe's tragic passing, and this book right now I believe is unavailable, so I was able to get my hand on a gem, and this book is going to be very, very valuable in the future. So not only am I reading this book and it's very, very good, but I also got my hand on something that's going to be very, very valuable in the future. But of course, if you don't have a physical book of your own, Mayan is there in class links for you to make sure that you have access to books to take the AR quiz on. Being in education for 10 years, I know that reading is not the thing that a lot of students really gravitate towards, right? And I was that student. I remember growing up, being in elementary school, and I disliked reading. So it's just amazing to me now how I'm actually a reading teacher, right? So it just took me to practice overcoming my insecurities. I actually had a speech impediment, so that really, really, really made me insecure about my reading. But it took practice. And what we're going to do for you is give you that practice every Thursday in Level Up Thursday. So we want to make sure that if we're asking you to reach goals for us, that we give you the time to actually practice. With anything that you want to be successful in, you have to practice, right? If you're on a sports team, if you want to go out and win games, you can't just go to the game, right? You have to go to practices before the game. Reading is the same way. So if you want to see an increase in your Lexile level by the end of the year, you can't just wait to read during that test. You have to make sure you give yourself practice so that when you see that test, it's not surprising, it's not intimidating, because you have had time to read in between. So this is what I want you to do right now. Because today is the kickstart of Level Up Thursdays, I want us right now, if you have your device, to go ahead and log into Mayan, because I want us to go ahead and get acclimated to what Thursdays will look like. So teachers, advisement teachers, if you can right now, help me out in monitoring this. What I want all the students to do right now, if you have your device, I want you to go ahead and log into ClassLink and log into Mayan. If you have a book of your own, of course you can read your own book, but remember, if you are in school right now face to face, if you have your book, it is your book. You cannot pass this book or share your book with anyone else. So if you have a book of your own, that's fine. If you do not, go ahead and log into Mayan. So you go to ClassLink, and then you'll go to Mayan. And I want you to go ahead and start browsing that library. Browse that library to see what book you want to take your AR quiz on, because remember, December 15th, we want everyone in the school to play their part to have 2 books read with 2 AR quizzes passed with an 80% or higher. What I want to do really quickly, though, is give a few students, well, not a few, it's actually a couple of students, a shout out. When I presented that Mayan advisement PowerPoint presentation, there were some students who went ahead and they got on it, and they've already started passing those AR quizzes. So these are the students who I want to give a shout out to this morning: Tyrese, Jaquan, Courtney, Amir, Austin, Ben, Estefania, Zion G, Michael H, Iming, Zion M, Paul, Yaniko, LaKendrick, Jayla, Jeffrey, Patrick, Adrian, and Kenneth. I want to say thank you to those students who got started. They already started passing those quizzes. There are some students on this list who exceeded already. They already exceeded those 2 AR quizzes. There are a few students on here who already have 4 or 5 AR quizzes taken within their Lexile range, and they made it 80% or higher. So what I want you to do, go ahead and browse. I want you to choose a book. I want you to go ahead and start reading because I'm going to be monitoring. Next Thursday, I want to have a new shout out list. I want to have a new shout out list next Thursday where I can congratulate you. Also, every student who I shout out, guess what? Your name is going to go into a drawing for a prize. Every student who I shout out, I'm going to put your name in a drawing. Whether you're face-to-face or virtual, you are able to be a part of that contest. So I want you to make sure that you're not only just reading for the contest, but that you're reading because we want to level up our Lexile scores. We want to level up our Lexile scores. What do we want to do? We want to level up our Lexile scores. Westside, we can do it. I know we can. I want to motivate you. I want us to make sure that we are intentional about our reading. I want to make sure that we practice our reading because we want to look good. We want to look good. We want to make sure that we make your parents proud. We want to make you proud. We want to make Mr. Horton proud. We want to make the school district proud. And we want to make Westside look good. Okay, so Thursdays have officially been declared as Level Up Thursdays. I will be checking and monitoring. And right now, I want you all to spend the rest of advisement going to that Mayan app, choosing the book. Some of the books are like 25 pages. You can do that. You can do that, right? All right. I really enjoyed this kickoff. I hope that this has motivated you to level up your Lexile level and just to care a little bit more about your reading. For those students who are already on grade level, you can still level up. You can still level up. If you are already reading on grade level, set another goal for yourself, okay? So everyone is going to level up. No matter what your Lexile level is, we can all improve, all right? All right, see you later. I'll see you next Thursday, but I will be monitoring. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or to write me on Canvas. See y'all later.
Thank you, Ms. Poindexter, for reviewing our reading goals, both here at Westside High School and for the district. And thank you for encouraging our students to level up on their Lexile. Students, the ball is now in your court. Now, parents, we would like to thank you for participating today. We hope that the information that we provided today was not overwhelming, but find itself useful. If you need more information, please reach out to Ms. Service Morrison or Ms. Ebony Poindexter or myself or Mr. Daniel Davis, as well as our administration team. We will happily answer any questions that you may have. We will also like your input on our parent survey. You can find a link to the survey on all our social media platforms, as well as our website and the district webpage. Please, we encourage you to complete the survey, as your voices do matter and we need that information to improve on our programs. As for today's meeting, if you did not sign in, please follow the link and sign in, as well as complete the evaluation form that you will find in the chat. If you have any questions, I'll be here to answer any questions. If not, again, I say thank you, and you can always reach out with any questions that you may have. Have a great day.